let's start talking about DreamHack. You were telling me that you kind of like that setup, right?
I really like DreamHack. I like the fact that Street Fighter is in the same area as like games like Hearthstone, StarCraft, and all the other big games. And it's just like wow, my favorite game is becoming one of those big esports games. It's amazing.
Why does that mean so much to you?
I started off early with Street Fighter 4. It was always it's like my first love. Like I always played Zangief from the beginning, and through all of the iterations of Street Fighter, I've stuck with Zangief the whole entire time. So it's like this game has become a part of my life, pretty much a part of my daily schedule. I take a certain amount of hours out of the day just to play this game, and it's actually crazy to see it grow the way it has. Like I remember a lot of the tournaments only had about 80 to 100 people. Now it's like 400, and right before this tournament it was 1,000. So it's like it's getting extremely big, and you have Evo being 5K, and it's not even July yet. So it's like Street Fighter is growing really, really big.
Now, you mentioned Zangief, right? And
Zangief.
Of course, in Ultra, everybody knows your Geef, and I mean, when they think SnakeEyez, they think of Zangief.
Yeah.
How's that working out for you in 5?
It's not working out at all right now. To be honest with you, like the character has a lot of problems, and I've been talking about this a lot, and I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but like the character's kind of dead. Outside of about 2 matches out of 15 characters, he's pretty bad, and I'm not really looking forward to matchups from the new characters that are coming on the way, and also it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard when you release a brand new game and it's on a pro tour, and you have characters that are just coming out. You're not familiar with the characters, and it takes time to learn, what's going on. So for a player like me, I need some time, So
I'm glad you brought that up, because as Steve, one of our writers at Dot Esports, pointed out to me, last year for the Capcom Pro Tour, you made 80% of your points after Evo.
Right.
So the conversation has been, is SnakeEyez a fraud? Why isn't he winning these tournaments?
Right.
What do you say to that?
You know what? You have people who are good at the beginning of the game who sort of align up with the right characters, and then you have players like me who sort of grind to become that person that they want to be in the game. But it just so happened that in this game, my character turns out to be extremely bad, and it's something that I'm still trying to work on. But I've been, for the past 4 to 5 tournaments, I've been sticking with Zangief because I would play a top tier character, but I like to play my character. I like to play Zangief, and I don't really like to abandon what I know. So it's a really frustrating, hard scenario for me to just drop Geef and pick up another character. But all of the signs are just pointing in that direction right now.
And you have done that, and you're using Alex as your secondary or your pocket or your new main? Right
now, so I lost my first match here, which was definitely a heartbreaker for me. I've never really lost my first match at a tournament before, so it's like, I'm still not sure how to feel about that. It hasn't really hit yet, but I definitely feel a lot more comfortable, mobile, and aware of certain things with Alex, and I feel like that character sort of suits me more. But I have so many years behind Zangief. It's very hard to drop my instinctual habits with that character, so it's going to take some work.
You mentioned that you don't want to go top tier.
Yeah.
But in Ultra, you did have a pocket Evil Ryu.
Yeah.
What's it going to take in 5 for you to say, screw it, get me the top tier?
Well, let me tell you something I haven't really told a lot of people. In every iteration of Street Fighter, I've always played Zangief and Ryu, or Zangief and Ken, and or in other grapplers too. But in this game, so I play Zangief, Ryu, and Alex, but I haven't really brought out my Ryu yet, and I'm just trying to make sure that he's somewhat ready. I don't want to just bring him out and I get bodied with him, and then I get discouraged because I lost with the character who I thought would cover my bad matchups. So I want to make sure I have a good start with the character.
I want to talk to you a little bit more about Zangief. Early on, watching Wednesday Night Fights, you were mopping the floor with those guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
With Geef.
Yeah. That's a very, very intricate scenario. So basically, PS4 has 8 frames of lag natively outside of playing online. So offline, it has roughly 8 frames of lag. Street Fighter on PC has 4 frames of lag. So it's the same as Street Fighter 4. Now, it would have never occurred to me that having an extra 4 frames of lag will make so much of a difference as it does as far as reacting to certain things. Now, keep in mind, like Zangief, he gets put into positions in Street Fighter 5 to where he has to constantly react over and over, and I get bodied on PS4, you know. But and it's kind of funny because I do well on PC. I've actually never lost at Wednesday Night Fights, but in the Capcom Pro Tour, I'm doing really not so great. I'm doing okay, actually. I'm just doing not as good as I really want to do, you know. So that's my problem. That's one of my problems.
Some people say Alex is a no future character. I think it was Fubar Duck who verbatim said Alex has no future. How do you feel about that? What are you seeing that they're not seeing in Alex?
Well, Alex is definitely better than Zangief. So if he feels like Alex has no future, then Zangief definitely doesn't have a future. I don't know if I would agree with that, but what I do know is that if he's saying that, then that means that you should either be playing Ryu, Ken, Chun, Nikali, or Nash. And you know, that's not what people want to do. You know, people want to play more characters than that. You know, that's not how Capcom designed the game, or that's not their intentions on how they wanted to design the game. I feel like I can make Alex work, but it's going to take a little bit more time because I don't want to just, you know, jump into the CPT with him and be like, yeah, he's good, just because I'm beating certain players. And that's not really the way it is. I want to actually play good players and see if he has the tools to see what if he has what it takes to, you know, win.
I've been talking to other sponsored players, and one of the themes that comes up with respects to one of the bad sides potentially of being sponsored is that there's added pressure to deliver, right?
Added pressure, yeah.
Do you agree with that? And how's that working out for you with respects to not performing the way you'd like to perform?
Actually, there's no added pressure for me. I want to win because I want to win. And I really love the game, you know. I feel like even if you know, I didn't have the opportunities I do now, I would still go for those same opportunities, you know, like over and over again. You know, I love the fight, and you know, I'm sort of a player who likes the hard battles, but not like impossible, you know. And that's kind of where this is going in this game.
Perfect.
Yeah, so.
You know, a lot of other guys are getting signed these days.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look at signed players any differently than unsigned players when you face off against them? Like, do you think, oh, Julio Equifox, I want to take that guy down, or
right.
EG guys, I want to take him down, or is it all the same to you?
There's so many hidden gems in the FGC who are good at the game. I feel like definitely the players who are sponsored are definitely good players. You know, they're sponsored for a reason, and some of them have personality. Some of them are really good at the game. But I feel like if a player isn't sponsored, that can actually be worse because they don't get that much exposure, so they have the unknown factor, and that unknown factor goes a long way in Street Fighter V. You need a certain amount of data to be able to perform against those players, and them just like sort of going incognito is a problem in that game. Yeah.
Tomorrow's Mother's Day, and you're at a tournament in Austin. Say something nice to your mom.
Man, you know what? I might send her a digital gift. Yeah, because that's probably the only thing I can do being in Austin. I go back on Monday, so you know I'll probably be able to make it up, but you know hopefully I don't get hit or anything like that.